It's Cullen here. I was asked about doing a quick tutorial on the basics for the roller coaster editor in Planet Coaster. So once you've unlocked it by this search box over here and the code under construction, you click on the track you want, and then your normal building tools apply, like shift to go up and down and Z to rotate. You can fine rotate by holding Z. So we'll get that straight. Control has no effect in this mode. So if we place our station, we'll go through the interface. This first one here is the length of each track section. So you can 4 meters to 20 meters. I generally leave this at 12 unless I have something special in mind. This next one is angle snap. So you can go from 90 degrees, which is just right angle corners, all the way back to no degrees, which is free movement. You can turn it on and off as you need it. I generally stick to the 22.5 degree increments. That way it's 4 clicks to 90 and 2 ticks to 45. It's easier to control where your coaster is going without confusing yourself. The next section is the camera. So you can attach it to the track, and as you build it will move along. You can attach and rotate so you're in line with the track. I generally use free camera because it seems easier for me. Now we have the ride element tab. This first section is utilities, so chain lift, brakes and boosters. Boosters do not work at the moment. So chain lift is basically what it says. You click on it and it adds a chain section to your ride. Your brakes is the same. These can't be used with curved track when you're placing it, but you can change place track to use these elements. So we'll get into that in detail afterwards. This next section is loops. So you can have vertical loops and corkscrews and other pieces. These are all just elements that you can use to add to your roller coaster. Generally I build my own elements where possible. The freedom is pretty substantial at the end of the day, so just click them off, and as you won't be using them right now. To get started building your coaster, turn your chain lift on and lift your track up twice, and then just build this out by clicking on the screen. So once you get to a suitable height, we then flatten the track and then build this last piece. You can also use this button down the bottom right to build the track, which is very useful once you start getting into tight areas. Now uncheck your chain lift and push your track down. If your chain lift is still on when you're going downhill, the roller coaster will still be going at the speed of the chain lift, so remember to turn it off. The sooner the better. So now your roller coaster is going downhill. This is a 45 degree hill. It's not very exciting. So if we just back it up here with right click, we turn it a bit steeper. Remembering that the chain will go back on when you go all the way back to the top. So we just run that all the way until it flattens itself out. I'm not going to like this angle, so I'm just going to go back one and just pop it out once. And that's a much smoother angle. Now at the bottom here, we can put one of their loops in, and as you can see it's quite tiny in relation to the roller coaster. So once phase 2 hits, we'll be able to scale this loop, but yeah, let's not get into that now. So let's build a hill. We just push it up as high as it will go, and then we'll flatten it out. Now once you're at the top, you can change your roll angle and turn your ride. So I'll just turn it one click for now, because you don't want to be going too fast around a corner. And we can just bring this around a bit. Now straighten, we drop this down again. Now you'll notice as you come out of the loop that it's still got the angle, so you'll just have to straighten it as you go. Let's do a crazy turn, and we straighten, and we're just going to quickly build in a roller coaster Nothing too special, but something that's going to be at least somewhat entertaining to ride. And all these elements, you can adjust the roll and the pitch as you go. So if I wanted to build this into a sort of corkscrew, I can turn that upside down. And then this piece here. Now this corkscrew is going to be pretty violent because there's no proper smoothing. But it'll be close. You could use their own, but as you'll see when I click back on the end here, they're pretty tiny. So if we right in and then right out, it's pretty tiny. So you'll see the difference when we go through them. And just uncheck the section you don't want. Straighten your track and put a hill. And you can just do whatever shape you like. Now when you get to the end of the track here, we'll let the auto-complete feature. It's not really an auto-complete, but just get your track nice and close, and then you should be able to just hover over the end of the track and it will join it up. So now we get to smoothing. It's probably the most important piece. Smoothing and adjusting is probably the most important part of building a roller coaster. You can adjust it any way you want, and it's in relation to this roll. So if I have this roll like this and push it up, this one actually won't be able to do it, but you'll notice that that's the sideways one, but it's actually doing something completely different. So if you want to adjust something with these actual, it's always in relation to this roll. It's a bit weird, but it can work. And then we have this awesome button down here called the smooth button. Just open these double arrows here and click smooth. This saves you so much time. And when we come back over here to this corkscrew that I made, we click here and click smooth. Click on this side, click smooth. It will just adjust it slightly just to make the ride a little bit smoother. And that is the very basics of building a roller coaster in Planet Coaster. If you want to ride your roller coaster, you'll have to place your entrance and all the rest of the pieces. So I'll just quickly place down my entrance, place down my exit, add a queue, and then add a ticket booth. Now, it doesn't matter where they go. If you don't do this, you can't get the point of view. So we close this, we select the ride again, we go into debug, and we add a train. As I'm paused, this train won't reset. So I'll turn pause off, and you'll notice these bars go up. Once they're up, you'll be able to click start. You'll notice that the camera isn't active, so we have to click on the ride again to get the camera. And then we can click this middle one for the point of view. Now you can change this camera to whatever seat you want. But we'll go back to the first one. As you can see, this coaster's going to need a fair bit of work to get smooth, but as you can see, it's pretty violent, but that's what you get for a nice quick coaster. And that's how I would build a beginner's coaster in Planet Coaster. Thanks for watching, have a great day.